Hey there, welcome to Coaching with Tally. Do you ever feel like you have all of these things that you're trying to juggle, and no matter what it is that you're giving your attention to, you feel a sense of guilt, like the other things are there and you're not connecting to those, and it's hard to be just present in the thing that you're doing while making forward progress on everything that you care about? Do you ever feel overwhelmed in certain areas? Do you feel like there's just more that you want to be creating? Like, you know that there is something in you to be creating in different areas of your life, and you don't know how you're going to get to a place where you're intentionally and consistently moving those things forward. If that is you, or if you just feel imbalanced, like you're killing it in one area, but then other things you feel like you're falling through the cracks. If that's you, I have something to support you. I have something that really for anybody who's just needing a reset right now, given all of the events going on in 2020, even people who were dialed in on what their goals were, really clear about what this year was going to look like. All of us are in a place of reset right now and just needing to kind of like re-gear and get focused up for as we come out of this quarantine time, as we come out of what it is that's going on in the world, and we want to just get forward focused and moving in a direction, having that 2020 vision. I have something to support you, and I felt really led to pull out one of the courses that I've created and literally gift it to people at 50% off right now, because I know everyone is in a challenging place. No matter what it is that has gone on, there have been just a lot of challenges. Fear around health, finances, loved ones, and then just, having to shift gears. So even people who were really clear and dialed in, there is just a shift needed in how we're moving forward with the rest of the year. And so the course that I have utilizes a simple but powerful tool called a life wheel assessment. And that is a way that you look at every important area of your life. So it's very holistic. It creates a real sense of balance. I might have one here. Here is the first life wheel that one client did. So it basically breaks your life up into 8 areas of life. And there's a whole assessment that goes with this where we get really clear on where you're at in every important area of your life. Your spirituality and inner growth, your career and calling, your sense of abundance and finances. It gives you clarity about how it is that you give back and contribute to the world in all of your resources. We look at how is it that you really put that oxygen mask on, refuel, refresh, stay in a place of rest so that you can be in overflow. We look at relationships, so friends and family, love and romance, and your health and wellness. So we take a look at every important area of life. It helps get you really grounded in a very holistic way. It gives you clarity about where your starting point is. So your current location, like a GPS, your current location is one of the pieces of information. That's what the life wheel gives you. And then we get into vision, and I have a whole process that I walk people through in getting clear on their vision. What would a 10 out of 10 look like for you in each area of life? And then when you have those 2 pieces of information, it becomes so much easier to create a really like a strategic path to get there. A forward-moving, growth-oriented, incremental change over time, specific way to get there. And you're looking at it, all of those things together at one time. So you can see, how do they all fit together and how do they integrate together, and how progress in one area really affects the other areas. And you get into a place where you see where are the strong places and where are the weaker places, and how can you bring it into a place that's more holistic for you, where you're continually making that incremental change, and so that you can be really present to whatever it is that you're giving your time and attention to, because you've taken the time to look at each area, to see what you want, and to see how you can work that into your life in a way that makes sense, so that when you are in that place and you're moving that thing forward, you can be completely present in that moment. And when you're over here and you're moving this thing forward, you know that you have all of these other areas handled, and then you have plans for how you're going to create the growth and the change that you want to create. So it's super powerful. I've seen client after client get incredible results. My name is Tally. I'm a life and personal development coach. And I have the honor and privilege of getting to work with leaders to create lives of profound impact in the world that are centered in joy. And I really believe that when we know who we are and what it is that we're made for, that we live a life of both impact and joy. There is something in that place when we are grounded in who we are and we know what it is that we're up to in the world, what we're creating, what we care about, what we're passionate about, and how to move that forward. It's incredibly fulfilling. It has incredible impact, and we're centered in a place of joy. So I want to gift that to people. Literally doing this course 50% off right now because I just want to help as many people as I can get this kind of clarity and reset 2020 so that we can finish really beautifully, really strong. I'm really praying, honestly, that this whole experience that we've been through becomes one of the greatest gifts that we could have. I've seen it over and over again in my life when I've been through something incredibly challenging. When I look back now, some of those challenging things were some of the most impactful, most beautiful gifts I could have been given. It actually forwarded me in my growth, in my development, in my connection with God, in my connection with other people, in my confidence in myself, and the clarity about what I wanted in life. Really, really helpful. And so I'm just really honestly praying that this is that for as many people as want it. I think when we go through that kind of challenge, it has the potential to dial our brains into what is it that really most matters to me. And in the light of that, being able to look at your whole life and get really clear about what it is you want, what you want to create, and how to create it, how to move this year so that you finish 2020 going, oh my gosh, this literally was one of the best things that could have possibly happened to me. This like whole beginning of 2020 and everything shutting down, like it was really challenging in the following ways, but it gave me the opportunity to step into something I don't think I would have stepped into if it weren't for this time. And when you even like, I was thinking about looking back over your life and when you're telling your grandkids about the whole quarantine of 2020, when the entire world shut down, you were part of that. And here's what it was like, and here's what you went through, and here's what you created because of it. So I want to offer this to you. I've seen so many results over so many clients. So I do an average. So we look at a life wheel and we do a beginning assessment. So this is a beginning assessment, a lot of like 1s and 2s. And then toward the edge, it's like 9s and 10s. So the goal is to get clear about where you are and then create the vision for what this is going to be living it at 10 for you in each area of life. And you define that. You define it for yourself, what 10 looks like for you, because it's different for each person. And then we create a path to be able to get there. What are the things that are going to need to be happening so that we're moving that out? And then we do reassessments. So here is another assessment of that person who's been doing the work over some months, and you just see it grow and grow and grow. And then I've got another one here, and then doing another assessment further down the line, and you can just see it growing, growing, growing out to 9s and 10s. It's really, really powerful. But when I do this work and I take the assessments in and I do the numbers, 385% average increase in satisfaction over the 8 areas of their life. So when I do the numbers, we're at like maybe 15% satisfaction level, and then we do the work and then reassess. It goes up to, somewhere between, I don't know, it's different for each person, but like massive increase up to 68% or 98% or 82%. Like it's just amazing when you get clear about what you want, the kind of life that you can create. So it's beautiful. I invite you to be part of it. We're launching tomorrow night. That's Wednesday night. We'll be doing our first area. Each class will do a different area of the life wheel until we've done 8 classes, and we will have gone around the entire thing. Get you clear about where you are, where it is you want to be, and how you're going to get there. So I have an entire workbook that I've created around this. You'll get the workbook. It's a live Zoom class, so you'll have live coaching from me. You can ask questions. It's going to be fun, interactive, supportive with other people that you'll get to go through, and we will finish this up by the end of the month. So would love, love, love to have you. I will post there's a link if you're watching this on Instagram. There's a link in my bio. If you're watching this somewhere else or in an email, there's a link right around this. So click on that. There is more information for you on some of the details about it and how to get registered. But I've literally never given it 50% off before, and I just want to get this into the hands of as many people as it is for. So if you feel like this resonates, you feel like this might be for you, check out more details, jump in and register today, and we will see you tomorrow, Wednesday, May 13th, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Would love to have you. Blessings.